What you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you're a fat cunt, and you're not going to the gym and you're not eating properly, you're not training, you're not showing interest, you're not spending your time and your resources on not being a fat cunt, you're choosing to be a fat cunt and you're happy. My financial process or whatever now is to be a boring cunt. If it's not fun, it ain't getting done. I have a fun budget or just a budget for fuckeries. So I allocate money every month that I can essentially waste. I was gonna come and talk shit, but I'm actually in a really good mood. And do you know what? I was gonna say something that I think is important, yeah? Is when things are good, say they're good. Because when things are good and you're like, nah, things are bad, you're inviting bad things, man. I'm a believer in that. I believe what you speak into the world, you attract. Life's good, man. I'm making money. I'm going gym. Going to the gymnasium. Fucking going gym. I'm going to the gymnasium, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, life's good. I think those, do you know what? In a man's life, those are the two main factors. And I think on top of that, like, I haven't got a woman that's on my case giving me ag about nothing. Like, I'm actually genuinely happy. And do you know what? It's something that I'm not used to, especially in my adult life. I feel like there's always been a problem. But like right now, I don't really have any problems. And I think I'm struggling to deal with peacetime, essentially. Because I think for me, and my spirit and kind of like the way I operate, I'm a problem solver. So I'm always looking for problems, which can be a very negative habit. You're always looking for something. If there's a problem, something's going wrong. If you're always looking for a problem, you're always looking for something to go wrong, which in itself, you're attracting bad things. And it's not just bad things, it's bad people. So I think people like myself with this sort of spirit, they they don't gravitate towards, but they attract people that have problems. Generally because like we're useful, we have good energy, etc. Which is bad for us because then we end up giving all our energy to other people, fixing their problems as opposed to our own. So at the moment, I keep myself to myself. Like it's just me, for the most part, you know. Like obviously I see my daughters and whatnot, but yeah, like I'm in such a good place and I'm uncomfortable with it. I don't want to be happy. Like I do, but I'm always looking for problems. So what I was reading the other day, and there was a quote along the lines of in times of peace the warrior attacks himself. So I think that's where I'm at. In times of peace, I'm attacking myself. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having no problems, nothing to fix. I don't like that, and I'm trying to become as comfortable with that as possible, and comfortable with, because I used to say to myself, I think I said to my boy the other day, like, I'm suited for either immense poverty or ridiculous wealth. The middle life, like being middle class, it doesn't suit me, it doesn't appeal to me. And it's from my perspective and the way I see life and the ways I know how to make money, etc, etc, being middle class isn't something I aspire to be. Main reason being, you're just normal. You just, like, if there's not enough problems, it's not stimulating enough. Like, there's not enough going on for people that live that life, for me. And I think the similarities between someone in poverty and someone that has a lot of money is, there's always a fucking problem. There's always some dickhead trying to take your money. And I like that, because I like problems. And I think the middle class, they pay the bills on time, they drive the right way around the car park, like, they follow the rules. I'm not someone that does well with rules or authority. So it's never appealed to me. So something that I've noticed about myself is at times when I feel like things are going too well, I self-sabotage in a way. And not self-sabotage by means of I make myself do shit. I just take really high risk, like, business opportunities. Or I'll do something where it's like very speculative. Like, for example, there's been several times where I've had businesses or hustles and they've been making good money, and I'll just say, no, it's not enough. I'm basically middle class. Like, I'm average. I'm in the middle of the pack, and I would rather be way ahead or way behind. And generally, with the stuff that I've tried that's been high risk, none of that shit's fucking worked. So what's happened is I'm not living to my potential because of the volatility of my life. Like, some weeks I'll have a lot of money, some weeks I'll have no money. And I remember the time, especially when because myself, you could say I'm an entrepreneur or whatever, but I don't have a business. I have hustles. I'm not. I'm basically glorified self-employed, as Gabs would say, you know. whereby I don't have any employees. I've only recently started working with my business partner Jermaine, doing the editing for the Connect page like that, but that's all brand new, and that's all a representative of the new way of life I'm trying to live. I'm trying to be a lot more collaborative. But just so I don't go off topic, yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, volatility in my life, yeah, entrepreneurship and stuff. So when I wasn't working like a 9 to 5, like a normal job, like I am now, I do that, and then I do my other stuff on the side, just because I found like it's easier for me to work that way, given my conditions and things. But when I was working and I had to make every single pound, every single penny, oh bro, it was hard work, and like, I didn't like it. Like I was so unhappy. But bro, having no money and then making $3,000 on the last day where you're meant to pay your bills, the rush that I got from that was amazing. But that's no way to live, especially when you've got dependents. There's no way to live. You can't be. It was all right whilst I was by myself, and there was a crossover point where I was doing that, and I had my firstborn, my first daughter, and there were scenarios where the rush that I kind of got from making everything last minute and getting things done last minute, I think when she was born, that kind of went, because for me, I think having kids, having the 2 girls, like I don't want to be struggling. Like I need things in abundance, because the children are blood clot expensive. The reason why I say that, yeah, was what was it? My reality check was buying formula. But you know how expensive baby formula is? Like when you buy it in the main shop, the main brand. I think it was it's like £14-15 at the time for a tub, and I was like, oh right, that'll last a month, innit? But that, just drinking money, they're just guzzling money, and I said, rah, I'm gonna need some bread. I can't keep living the way I'm living. Like it's paycheck to paycheck, but I had the skills to just not do that. So that's why I opted to go and obviously get the job. Now, the add-on to the quote that I mentioned about in times of peace the warrior attacks himself. The caveat to that is in times of peace the diligent man. In times of peace the diligent man. Oh, what does he do? Something and prospers. The diligent man cultivates and prospers. So by that is you just take care of all your shit. Like it's not all the time you have to be at war. And the thing is with me, I don't want to say I don't live what I rap, but I know a lot of things that I almost don't follow. So that's why I'm great at giving advice. But if you look at my life, I'm not someone that you should take advice from to a large extent. But for the most part, that's why I say like I don't give advice, innit? I just live my life, and whatever you can take from me, you can take from it. Now, would I take advice from myself if I met me? Yeah. But obviously I know for the most part the world works on a show me don't tell me basis, so I can't sit here and say this is how you make 100k without having 100k myself. But I can tell you how to make 5-6 grand a month. I can do that, and I can show you that. Am I gonna do that? Probably not. Just gonna chat. But yeah, bro, things are good, man. Like we've got the CHZO page, which is the main page. We hit 25k, soon to be 26. Big up Rants and Bants came on, had a great couple episodes. We got the CHZO extra page. So the CHZO extra page, which is what this is posted on, this is all vlogs now. This is me and Chiz vlogging. I would say Gabs, but Gabs ain't vlogging, man. Yeah, Gabs ain't vlogging. But yeah, CHZO extra. What my goal is to get content out every day. It's not that I think I can. I know I can. And I think going to Damn on vlogging there is giving me like a newfound confidence. I think I don't want to say I've got rid of the imposter syndrome, but we're getting there, innit? We're getting there. But yeah, no, life is, I just wanted to say life's improving, and it's just because I'm not self-sabotaging. God's honest truth. I am, regardless of where I am now, I'm behind on the basis of, I'm behind financially, and not in comparison to other people to where I know I could be. I'm behind because I self-sabotage by doing the high risky shit. So we've stopped doing the high risky shit and we're being a boring cunt. So my financial process or whatever now is to be a boring cunt. And if like, and generally I say, if it's not fun, it ain't getting done. It's not getting done by me. I'm not doing it. So things like dealing with my accounts, things like managing my finances and things, where now I can't delegate that because it doesn't make sense to pay someone to do that at the moment. I don't think it's a good allocation of my resources. Where I can't do that now, I have a day where I decide to be a boring cunt. So I decide to be an adult, you could say. So essentially, what I do, I'm going gym by the way. That's where I'm going. That's probably where I'm gonna do most of my vlogging. I might even sit in my car and chat before this, and then I got work. But my financial structure, my plan or whatever, I have 1 day a month where I plan the following month. So essentially, what are you doing? Yeah, essentially I parent myself, and I have to do this because the vast majority of my life is led on impulse, and it's led off the basis of me just doing what I feel like doing. And as a man, I hate to say it, I hate that phrase. As a man, you can't just do what you feel like doing. Reason being, you don't get anywhere. You don't get anywhere. But for me, because of my condition and my special needs and whatnot, like that is what I have to do. I have to parent myself, and parenting myself isn't just me being like militant and saying I can do this, I can't do that. It's also having this, but it's also I can't say that. It's a bit like Steph Curry, innit? But like, or feminine or whatever you want to call it. But it's important to be in touch with that side. I'll get into that on another video, I think. Oh shit, yeah, there's no spaces. Don't shake your head, bro. Sorry, brother. See, I'm all going the wrong way around the car park like one idiot. I've saved him time though, so yeah. There are no spaces over there. I might have to park on the mains, man. Fuck. Might have to park on the mains. David Lloyd, if you see this, sort your parking, mate. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's not being militant with myself. It's about understanding what motivates me, what's the best way to motivate me, how I don't know how to deal with myself, I suppose. I wouldn't say I'm someone that benefits from, like, I don't know, I need structure to function. I need that. I do. I really do. However, structure to the point where it compromises my creativity or my happiness isn't good. So I have an allowance. I have my budget. I have a fun budget, or just a budget for fuckeries. So I allocate money every month that I can essentially waste. In this current climate, is that a good thing to do? No, but it's essential for my mental well-being. Reason being is because if I don't do that, everything will stop. So if I don't allocate money to spend and waste on my happiness and my joy, I will probably just stop working. That's just the reality of it. So there needs to be an element of waste to the money that I make, and I keep it fun. Like a lot of my work, all my extracurriculars, I have to enjoy them. But going back to the scheduling and things, I plan my whole month. So I plan my gym sessions when I'm going to the gym. I plan my work when I'm going to my work. I got my work rota for the whole year, which is very handy. So I found a job that suits me and what I need to do. Now, I'm not someone that enjoys work. You'll probably say, yeah, I don't enjoy work either, but I am someone that I've had a lot of jobs. I'll get into loads of stuff. I wanna jump into the gym, but yeah, I have a plan, I have a structure, and I stick to that plan. That's something I got from CHZO, where very intentional with how you spend your time. I think where people spend their time and their money shows how much they care about certain things. And I think being a man or whatever, I can't say I care about gym and not make time for gym. I can't say I care about my health and not make time for my health. I can't say I care about my children and not make time for my children, etc., etc. And I think what you're not changing, you're choosing. So if you're a fat cunt, and you're not going to the gym and you're not eating properly, you're not training, you're not showing interest, you're not spending your time and your resources on not being a fat cunt, you're choosing to be a fat cunt and you're happy, and that's fine. You can be a fat cunt, but don't tell me you don't want to be that. Don't, like, come on, bro. You know, like, if you're saying I want to be not even a millionaire, I want to be well off, I want to have money, I want to have 20k by the end of the year. If you're not working, bro, if you're not working, what, 60, 70 hours a week, you're a liar, because you're not choosing what you want. You're choosing the opposite. So these are things that I hold dear to my heart, and this is how I kind of function and operate. Hopefully I can get into more stuff as we go, but yeah, that's just something I wanted to get off my mind. I'm in a very good place. Don't let me tell you otherwise. Life is going very well, and it's really not hard. The ease at which life comes to me, like, and the ease at which I can achieve certain things that other people find difficult, scares me, because people say making money's hard. For me, it's not. That's why I don't know. Like, if people said, oh, you can't jump off a cliff and survive, I would have to jump off the cliff and find out for myself, because the rules of the normal people don't apply to me, because I see things other people don't see. And this isn't me being an arrogant prick. I'm not an arrogant prick. This is just the reality of my life, and this is something that bothers me. People say finding a job's hard. I find jobs very easily. People say there's no jobs on the market. I find jobs very easily. People say it's difficult to make money. For me, it's not. People say I always find a way. I don't really have problems because of the amount of time I've spent in shit situations. I'm very good at solving problems, and I don't recommend it, because I don't think for the average person, I don't think your stress tolerance is the same as mine. For me, my tolerance of things going well is very low. I'm not used to it. I don't think it agrees with my spirit. I will tell you I want to be happy, but I will do things that make me unhappy because it fills my dopamine. It gives me a rush. So living by what I rap, what you're not changing, you're choosing. I wanted to be happy. I'm a lot happier now. I'm just uncomfortable, and that's fine. But I brought structure to my life. I brought structure to the chaos, and I have times where I work really hard. I have times where I don't. And if I'm honest with you, this vlogging, this content stuff, I'm gonna make a living from it. It's not as difficult as people say. And yeah, that's it. Quick one for anyone who watches this: if there's any editors or anything, and you want to make some money from content, reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram will be in the description. Drop me a message. Obviously, say you saw the video. I'm creating channels. You've probably seen the Connect channel. It's doing very well. Big up Jermaine. I probably want to work with maybe 1 to 2 more people. I think my goal is to maybe have like 5 channels. So if you're a producer or an editor, shout me, and yeah, we'll get to work, man. But yeah, don't be a bum. Go to the gym, lose your belly, make money, and yeah, be happy, man. Travel. Yeah, love.